I was distracted in many ways. Where I come from, I was distracted by drugs. I was distracted by women. I was distracted by my family members. I was distracted by my environment. My environment told me that you graduate high school, you go and get a trade, and then you work at a power plant.
You gotta take respect. If you want anything in life, you gon' fall a couple times before you get it right. You see, it's beauty in the journey. Lot of turns, lot of obstacles. That's the best part, to see anything is possible. Doing what I want, with who I want, and when I want. I call that freedom, truth, life, and I'm the leader. All we get is one life. Treat every day like your last. Tune in every Monday, Truth Life Podcast.
Let me set you free.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the TRÜF Life Podcast. If you're new here, I'm the host, Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player in France. This podcast is all about getting you to live the life that you always wanted to live. And today's topic of the podcast is live the life that you want to live. So I'm just going to straight up give you how to live a truth life today. That's what we're talking about today. See, because most people aren't living the life that they want to live. Most people have settled for society's standards of what living life is supposed to be like. We have agreed on time. We have agreed upon work hours. We have agreed upon days of the week. When you live a truth life, none of that matters. Time doesn't matter. Work hours doesn't matter. What matters is getting things done. Putting your mind on something and getting it done. That's what matters. That's what makes us happy. Whenever we have goals and we achieve them. Whenever we set out to do something and we get to it. That's what life is about. Life is about the journey. Life is about exploring and seeing everything that this beautiful earth has to offer us, and us going ahead and exercising our options of using and making choices that we want to make to live the life that we want to live. That's a truth life. The problem is, though, a lot of us has start to use other people's life as our measurement of what life is supposed to be like. We can go ahead and call out the elephant in the room, which is social media. Social media has created has created a phenomenon that's been unbelievable. People get to show their best selves on social media at all times. So people don't get to see, whenever that person is going through something, when that person is broke, when that person had tough experiences, we only see the highlights of their life. So people are less fortunate. People that aren't as successful, what happens is they start to compare themselves to those people, and they start creating a bunch of insecurities because that person is living an inflated lifestyle that might not even be real, but because you're inspired by them, you think that it's real and that's the lifestyle that you want to live, and you can't achieve it because it's pretty much unachievable, and then you go down the rabbit hole. That's not living life. That's not living life, man. That's you using their method of living and using that as a measuring stick. Now, don't get me wrong. I use people for examples. I use people that inspire me, like Deion Sanders inspired me. Guys like Tracy McGrady inspired me. Kobe Bryant inspired me. Those type of guys inspired me, so I aspired to be like them and do some of their things. But I never expected to be them. I never expected to be one of the greatest basketball players of all time, one of the best cornerbacks of all times. I never expected that. As I transitioned from playing basketball to my afterlife, which will be coaching, one of my inspirations is Prime Time. Now, I don't expect to be Prime of Jackson State. I expect to be Tyren Johnson of wherever I go. But Prime is an inspiration. And I take bits and pieces that I agree with and I go. But I'm not going to use him as the mark. And everything that he does, that's going to be what I do. And I'm going to create my own lane. And that's what it's all about, creating your own lane, creating your own life. Your life is your best life. Nobody's life is better than yours. Because you can have a person that's living in Dubai with $3 trillion, with lions and tigers for pets, but might be miserable. But you got another person that's living in the Sudan in Africa. I don't like to use Africa because I'm going to say it somewhere else. Let's say a person living in Sweden with a net worth is about $20,000, probably making about $5,000 a year, who's happy, who's thriving, who's living in nature, who's having community, part of a great family. Your life is your best life. There's no life better. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Like J. Cole said, there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. That's a real thing. All right. So to get that life, though, all you need is the steps. As I grow my net worth and talk to certain type of people, I realize that life is all about defining your own success, constantly improving, and being the person that you want to be today. See, success is your own perspective. You cannot live the life you want to live if you're going to believe in that success is what everyone else says it is. See, we've come to a place where we see certain clothing, oh, that's success. We see a certain type of car, that's success. We see a certain group of people that a person might hang with and think that that's success. Whereas that car might break down. Like, it's been noted that Mercedes-Benz is one of the most expensive cars to upkeep in America. It's been noted that you got the rich guy and then you got the entourage. Most of the time, the rich celebrity guy is the only one with money. The entourage guys, they're pretty much there for security. So these guys look like they're rich and these guys look like they're doing this, and that car look like it's nice, but at what cost? You better be happy with what you have. That used car that you got that's getting you from point A to point B, it's a good car. That's a good car. That normal house that you're living in that keeps you warm, where you produce food in there whenever you create memories with your family, that's a good house. Beyonce daddy said that he got mansions and he's like, I don't even need all this house because I only use the kitchen in my bedroom. What happens if you get this bowling alley, you got the gym, you got the court in the background? What happens is you start to only be in the house. Now you don't have human interactions. And people need people. Humans need humans. That's why the worst form of punishment in jail is solitude. You take a person to solitary confinement because we need each other. But if we stuck in the house all day, what's going to happen? You become lonely. You want to get out. You want friends. And you don't want everybody coming to your spot. So most of the time you're doing that by yourself. So whatever you got is enough today. Whenever you get older, you want to upgrade, go ahead. But today you got enough. Especially if you're living in a first world country. Because you see, since I was young, I knew what I wanted to be. The world is filled with distractions to get me off track. I was distracted in many ways. Where I come from, I was distracted by drugs. I was distracted by women. I was distracted by my family members. I was distracted by my environment. My environment told me that you graduate high school, you go and get a trade, and then you work at a power plant. And I was like, nah, that ain't what I want for myself. I know there was another life because I played baseball and I traveled. And I seen how people were living around the world. And I was like, nah, this ain't for me. So when I would come back home, I would get pushback. People would tell me that I'm not living reality. People would tell me that I'm crazy, but I knew what I wanted to be. So what happened was I stopped telling people what I wanted to be. And I kept putting in the work. I kept head down, just putting in the work without no expectations. I'm living a life that I want to live today because of that. Don't let nobody distract you from your goal. Don't let nobody distract you from what you want out of life. Set a goal, set a purpose, have a purpose, live every day with a purpose. I got a lot of Nigerian friends. And from traveling and, like I said, speaking with different people from different walks of life, let's use the example like Nigerian and Indians. My Indian friends, their parents wanted them to be engineers or doctors. That's it. Forget any dream you have. The only way you're successful is if you're an engineer or a doctor. That's just your parents projecting their fear on you. Your parents just want you to be successful, so they'll tell you two safe jobs. But in reality, that's not what you really want to do. That's not what you want to do. Burna Boy said in his song, his mama is his manager today, but his mama was his biggest hater. I'm not sorry, not Burna Boy. Burna Boy actually fired his mom as a manager, but it was Toby Ngugu. I can't pronounce his name. A rapper named Toby from Houston. He says mama was his biggest hater. His mama would tell him, you're not gonna make it rapping. It's like he had to get through that. And I had the same experience. Like my mom was very supportive. She didn't tell me like you're not gonna make it, but she was very like my mom's an educator. So she's like, bro, get your education. And I'm like, man, Ma, I'm going to the NBA. I'm like, I'm set in stone, and if I don't make it, I'm gonna deal with the consequences. It was hard for her to accept, but sometimes you have to be disobedient to get to where you want to get to, because your parents, they're gonna choose security first because they want the best for their kids. Understandable, but this is my life. I only get one life. I only get one chance at this. I got to make my own decisions. That's the conversations that you got to have. It's tough decisions, but you got to have them. Living the life you want to live means evolving every day into that person that you want to become. Your daily habits, man. Your daily habits. What are you doing? Anything that you're doing that's not serving you, that's going to help you get to your goals, you got to stop it ASAP. Anything that you do that makes you feel good, you got to do more of it. Every day has to be lit. I try to make sure that every day of my life is lit. How do I do that? By doing my hobbies, by doing the thing that gives me fulfillment. Play basketball, make beats, I do some design, spend time with my wife, and talk to my friends and family. Every day is lit. That's how simple life is. That's all I really need in life. I don't need to go to a hookah bar and smoke a hookah and get dizzy. I don't need to smoke weed all day. I don't need to drink alcohol all day. I don't need a bunch of women around me all the time. I just need basketball, beats, design, friends and family, my wife. Simple. TRÜF life. For me. For me. Find out what that TRÜF life is for you. You got to set yourself up to win. Financial goals, friendship goals. You playing a game against yourself. Whatever your financial goals is, go get them. Whatever your friendship goals is, go get them. Don't hang around friends that's not adding to your life. If you're around, I said this in the last episode, if you're around people that's draining you, get rid of them. If you're around people that's charging you up, get more of them. Spend more time with them. That's what that's real friendship. That's real goals, having your money right, knowing what to do with your money. It's hard, but anything that you do that's hard, eventually it's going to be easy. When you do things that's hard early in your life, later on in your life, it becomes easy. When you do things that's easy in life, later on it becomes hard. So choose wisely. We got choice. You know what I'm saying? This one here is for my basketball players. Get your ass kicked. Go out and get your ass kicked. If you're the best player in the gym, you're in the wrong gym. That was a quote that I seen when I was young. Go out and get your ass kicked. There's a guy named Orion Green who I owe a lot of money to. That guy had just got cut. I think he got cut from the Pacers or got cut from the Kings. And he went to my school. He was an alumni of my school. Came back. He wanted to stay in shape. That guy bust my ass for 2 weeks straight. I was going into my senior year. I knew I was going to be playing this year because the guy in front of me got hurt. So I knew I was going to get a lot of minutes. I went in the gym. I seen him working out. I asked if I could work out with him. We worked out together, and it always ended in a one-on-one. And he busted my ass for a week straight, not 2 weeks straight, because on week 2, I started busting his ass. So it changed my life though, man, because when I got back to playing against people that was on my level, I dominated. I dominated my entire senior year because I got my ass kicked by Orion Green for 2 weeks, and he challenged me. He made me raise my game up to another level. That's why when I go home, I play one-on-one with everybody, with all the, especially younger kids, because I seen somebody that was better than me, and there was nothing that I could do about it. There was nothing I could do about it. He beat me up. He was stronger than me. He could shoot better than me. He could dribble better than me. He was a great defender. The guy changed my life. Shout out to OG. I always tell his story because he needs his flowers. But shout out to OG, Orion Green. Appreciate it, brother, because without you, I don't think I'm here. Quick ad. If you get a chance, go to TyrenJohnson.com. Check out the website. check out the new ebook, How to Make Them Pay. Definitely subscribe to the podcast channel. You got some merch up there. You got online basketball training up there. You can let me be your mentor. Sign up for the coaching program. Whole bunch of things. TyrenJohnson.com. Simple website. Very direct. Go there, check it out. Lock in with the boy. The third thing I want to talk about was act as if you are already a wealthy man. Act as if you're already rich, and then you'll surely become rich. That was a quote by Jordan Belfort. I do this now. I've been doing this for about 2 years. I act like I'm a CEO. I act like I'm Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think when Cristiano Ronaldo pull up to practice, he's pulling up to practice not dressed. His hair is not done. LeBron, if you look at him, he's always dressed up. His hair is always, like, these guys know that cameras are on them. The way you carry yourself is what you become. So in my mind, I'm the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. So the way I speak on the internet, the way I communicate my thoughts, the way I dress, the way I handle other people, I handle it as if I'm already a boss, as if I'm already there already. When I'm on the court, I'm already there already. I've done this already. When I'm on the court, I'm acting like I'm the best player on the court because that's the way I feel. If I want to be that, I'm the best player in France. That's how I feel when I walk on the court. People may disagree. That's on them. But in my head, I'm the best player on the court. When I get in my car, I drive a Mini out here. The team gave me a Mini. But I'm in a Lamborghini. I'm in a Rolls Royce Wraith. I'm driving a Mini, but in my brain, I'm in a Rolls Royce Wraith. I got this apartment, but I'm in a penthouse, Miami. I act as if I'm already there, so nothing comes new to me. I'm ready for whatever life I'm about to live. I've been living it for the last 10 years. Act like you're already there, man. Same, like, even with the basketball. The way I respect my coach, it's like my coach is Popovich. It's not my coach. His name is Mikael Hay, but in my brain, his name is Greg Popovich. How would I act with Greg Popovich? Would I take these plays off? Would I mess up millions of dollars if I had the chance? No. So I'm going to treat this like I already got the millions of dollars. I'm going about life like as if where I want to be. I have no ambitions to play in the NBA now, but I still know that that's the top, that's the pinnacle of my job. So I have to act like I'm already there. I'm telling you, everything changes, man. The fact of the matter is that most people won't live the life that they want to live. Most people have limited beliefs and don't want to put the work in. It's just simple. A lot of people, we're taught to be limited. We're taught it in school. We're taught there's one answer. We're taught that you got to pass this test. We're taught that you can't make mistakes. That's a lie, and that's bullshit. That's why I don't like the school system, because life is all about tests. Life is all about failures. Like, you learn from your failures. That's the greatest teacher. You got to go out and do something. Figure out what you like. Figure out what you don't like. Figure out what you want to experience. Figure out what you don't want to experience. You got to go out and do these things so that you can craft a life that works for you, because that's the only life that matters. Your life matters, not nobody else's life. And what society can do is society can put you in a box. Most of the time, when they start calling you crazy, you're probably doing something well. Look at the people that they call crazy. They call Kanye crazy because he's doing what he want to do. He's very successful. They call Donald Trump crazy. He became the president of the United States. I'm pretty sure somebody told Obama, bro, you will never be the president of the United States. He got 2 terms. The people that they call crazy are the people that's successful. I was called crazy. I still get called crazy. It's all good, though, because I know that that's my strength, because I'm not put into this box. This is who I am. You don't call most people crazy because most people do the same thing that everybody's doing to fit in. I'm going to dress how I want to dress. I'm going to talk how I want to talk. I'm going to live how I want to live. I'm going to do it in love, and I'm going to do it in respect. And if that's not good enough for society, then fuck them. I don't normally use profanity on this podcast, but fuck them. Straight up. Got to ask yourself the tough questions, man. What is your perfect day and how to live a truth life? Once you find out the answer to that question, now you got to reverse engineer. What's my perfect day? How do I attain that? How do I attain this lifestyle? What do I have to do to get this life? What type of friends do I want? What type of car do I want to drive? What type of house do I want to live in? What type of lifestyle I want to live in? Do you want to go to football games on the weekend? How much time you want to travel a year? Ask yourself all these questions. Figure it out. Put a number on it. And then get to work. Your budget is going to adjust to that. Your friends are going to adjust to that. Everything in your life will start adjusting to whatever you figure out. What is your version of a TRÜF life? That's all I got, man. I'm going to leave y'all like I leave y'all all the time. To live a TRÜF life, you're going to have to make them pay every day. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe to the channel. If you on IG and you watching this and you want to clip something, tag me at Tyren Johnson. Follow me. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on IG. Hit me up wherever you can find me. I'm all over the place. Once again, man, thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. Until next time.